orders.
You want answers?
I'm entitled to them.
You want answers?
I want the truth.
People, let our viewers not forget the only thing the United States knows how to do in all of its history is how to bomb and kill people. Yes, that is sure. The United States has the military capacity to destroy things. Have they won any of the wars that they've initiated? No. They didn't win in Vietnam. They didn't win in Iraq. They didn't win in Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, it's such a catastrophic shame that it's not so far away that people might have forgotten. The United States and its entire military literally ran away overnight, evacuating their military bases. And after 20 years or more than 20 years of being in Iraq, of being in Afghanistan and killing people and telling the world that we went to Afghanistan to liberate the women, they literally gave the government back to the same people they claimed they were trying to remove. This is the United States.
A president will start a war with Iran because he has absolutely no ability to negotiate. He's weak and he's ineffective. Speaking of World War III, I'll keep you out of World War III. What would happen if we had a war? We won't, with me, but you will have World War III, I believe, without me, but we won't have. I will be sure that World War III will not happen. I'm the only one can say it won't happen. But I stand here today, and I'm the only candidate who can make this promise. I will prevent, and very easily, World War III, very easily. Well, here a short time ago, Iran launched 181 ballistic missiles at Israel, and I've been talking about World War III for a long time, and I don't want to make predictions because the predictions always come true. We're not going to make, but they are very close to global catastrophe. We have a non-existent president and a non-existent vice president.
A few moments later.
This is MSNBC's ongoing special breaking news coverage. I'm Rachel Maddow. If you're just tuning in, we are following the breaking news that U.S. bombers carried out strikes today at 3 Iranian nuclear sites. One at Natanz, a site that had previously been hit by Israel. Israel and Iran have been trading strikes since Israel's surprise attack last Friday. Israel has already attacked the site at Natanz. Now the United States has done so as well. Another nuclear site near Isfahan in Iran, and also, according to the president, the facility called Fordo, which is a deeply buried facility. And that's important tactically because the U.S. military is believed to have essentially unique targeting capacity to hit a site like that. It is a deep underground facility. The United States has essentially developed weapons specifically to target facilities like that one.
That's not what you told me.
Why'd you do that?
What intelligence do you have that Iran is building a nuclear weapon? Your intelligence community has said they have no evidence that they are at this point.
Well, then my intelligence community is wrong. Who in the intelligence community said that?
Your director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard.
She's wrong.
The IC continues to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, and Supreme Leader Khamenei has not authorized the nuclear weapons program that he suspended in 2003.
We did not find in Iran elements to indicate that there is an active, systematic plan to build a nuclear weapon. We have not seen elements to allow us as inspectors to affirm that there was a nuclear weapon that was being manufactured or produced somewhere in Iran.
Who have you been talking to?
You've probably heard this line before.
Iran has never given up its quest for nuclear weapons and the missiles to deliver them.
That's because Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been saying this for more than 30 years, claiming Iran is close to having
nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons. Atomic bombs.
In 1992, as a member of parliament, Netanyahu addresses the Knesset. He says, within 3 to 5 years, we can assume that Iran will become autonomous in its ability to develop and produce a nuclear bomb. 3 years later, in his book Fighting Terrorism, he repeats the same time frame, 3 to 5 years.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Fast forward to 2002. Netanyahu testifies before a U.S. congressional committee actively calling for the invasion of Iraq.
Are there any other nations that you would recommend that the United States launch preemptive attacks upon at this point?
The two nations that are vying, competing with each other, who will be the first to achieve nuclear weapons, is Iraq and Iran.
The invasion happens months later. No weapons of mass destruction are found in Iraq.
I will be sure that World War III will not happen. I'm the only one can say it won't happen.
What is this? What's happening?
No. I gotta say, I could have called this one.
No.
Yeah.
Is it our fault?
It is not your fault.
Whose fault is it?
I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated.
Last night, on President Trump's orders, U.S. Central Command conducted a precision strike in the middle of the night against 3 nuclear facilities in Iran: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan, in order to destroy or severely degrade Iran's nuclear program. And as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs will demonstrate, it was an incredible and overwhelming success. The order we received from our commander-in-chief was focused, it was powerful, and it was clear. We devastated the Iranian nuclear program.
Tonight, President Trump in the Netherlands for the NATO summit, wielding a diplomatic win on the world stage, with the tenuous ceasefire between Israel and Iran still holding.
The ceasefire is very much in effect, and I think we're going to keep it there for a long time.
The president projected more confidence that the U.S. airstrikes on 3 Iranian nuclear sites, which included B-2 bombers, 14 bunker buster bombs, delivered a fateful blow. Photos before and after appear to show significant destruction at the sites. However, in a new development tonight, a preliminary assessment by the Defense Intelligence Agency estimates that the Iranian nuclear program has been delayed by 3 to 6 months.
What did you say? What did you say?
According to 3 people with knowledge of the report. The White House disputes that initial assessment, calling it flat out wrong.
Breaking news: Donald Trump has announced a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Iran. This is a post by Trump on Truth Social that reads, "Congratulations to everyone. It has been fully agreed by and between Israel and Iran that there will be a total and complete ceasefire agreement for 12 hours, and at which point the war will be considered ended. This is good news. That indicates that cooler heads have prevailed in the last 3 days. Donald Trump has explicitly said he doesn't want a ceasefire agreement. He's indicated that he wants a regime change in Iran when he said that we need to make Iran great again. As well as he's told us that if they strike us, we would strike them back harder than we did when we dropped the bombs in their nuclear facility. And obviously, none of those 3 things are going to be happening with the announcement of this agreement. What this tells me is that there's probably somebody in Trump's inner circle that advised against those 3 goals, and they were able to convince Trump otherwise. And that would be good news, but I will make sure to keep you guys updated over the course of the next 24 hours with how the deal progresses and if we inevitably see an end to the war.
Look, President Trump is going to win the Nobel Peace Prize, no doubt. He has brought peace to a region that needed stability.
A few moments later.
Furious over additional strikes by both Israel and Iran after he outlined his ceasefire plan.
We basically have 2 countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.
What did you just say?
That they don't know what the they're doing.
Oh my word! In flight on Air Force One, he recounted a tense call with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. Behind the scenes, a senior White House official says the president, over the past 48 hours, had called Netanyahu with a clear demand: no more war. Then a trio of top officials, Vance, Rubio, and Witkoff, were directed to reach out to Iran to deliver the message that a ceasefire was expected.
I will be sure that World War III will not happen. I'm the only one can say it won't happen.
What do you think about this topic? I want to encourage you to be just like the people of Berea in the book of Acts, chapter 17, verse 11. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily, whether those things were so. The Bereans verify the teachings they heard from. It's time to deepen your understanding and see your reflection within the sacred pages. Please click subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay up to date with the Berean Scholar channel.